Well, the recent wave of attacks against Hindus in Bangladesh has sparked outrage and concern across the world. In the last few months, countless Hindu temples have been desecrated, idols defaced, homes vandalized, and devotees brutally assaulted. These atrocities have shaken the community. But what's even more alarming is the lack of action from Bangladeshi authorities to curb this violence. Despite the escalating crisis, there seems to be an ominous silence, not just from the Bangladeshi government, but also from the global community. The plight of Hindus in Bangladesh remains underreported and largely ignored on the world stage. And as the situation worsens, it is clear that now is the time to break the silence and demand justice. Joining us tonight are prominent Hindu leaders from across the world to shed light on this pressing issue and call for urgent action. Major Reza Karim, researcher and analyst, joins us from Dhaka. Appreciate you joining us, Reza. What has changed over the last 4 months since Sheikh Hasina's ouster from Bangladesh? And is there a growing sense of polarization between different communities in Bangladesh?
Actually, very confidently we cannot say, because all these things depends on few factors like the ongoing growing sentiment in Bangladesh and also the sentiments in India. And actually the way people and the common people, the media people, the politicians, our government body, the way they are reacting, it will totally depends on that. In India, we can see the media reaction. In Bangladesh also, we can see media reaction. We can see our common people in reaction, and also the government reaction. Like Bangladesh government and Indian government, they are quite a bit more patient. But the media sector, they are not patient. The common people, social media, they are not patient. They are just getting impatient. So what we can see in media, what we can see in social media, people's reaction, that is totally different thing. But for polarization, basically the country, state to state level, actually the power balance of power competition, or power balancing competition, it will depends on that. If Bangladesh thinks that we need to have power balancing relationship with India, and also if India thinks that maybe India may take the things quite negatively, that the India-Bangladesh relationship is getting strained or relationship is getting worse than before, then India might have different.
Well, there have been several reported incidents of violence against Hindus in Bangladesh over the last few months. Why are Hindus being targeted?
See, this is basically the question you asked me. If it would have been truth, then this is a very big concern, very big concern. But this is not totally true, because it is exaggerated by local media. You think why Bangladeshi people will be targeting Hindus? Why? They cannot be. Hindu people, they are part of Bangladesh. And same goes with India. We have a lot of Muslims in India. See, from India, you had some uh, judgment, you had some legal action against Zakir Naik, who was a Muslim, popular figure in public figure in Bangladesh. So the way India peoples or the medias in India, the way they're reacting about the Chinmoy issue, same reaction have you observed in Bangladesh regarding Zakir Naik? I'm sure it's not that. So sometimes there are kind of exaggeration we find from our media people. Actually, the government is okay. Our government now, your government at the time of Zakir Naik and our government also, they were quite passionate. Same in case of Chinmoy. Basically, Chinmoy is a single man. He doesn't represent the whole Hindu community. Chinmoy is a single man who doesn't represent the whole ISKCON community. So actually, Chinmoy made some, actually gave some opportunity to the law enforcing agencies by violating some norms.
All right, okay. So, what role do extremists or fringe religious groups play in perpetuating anti Hindu violence? And how do they operate within the country of Bangladesh, according to you?
Actually, in Bangladesh right now, actually, if you use the word extremism or extremist, it is prevailing in every religion. In Jews, do believe that all the Jews are same. There are some extremists in the religion. There are some extremists in our Muslim religion. There are some extremists in Hindu religion. So in all religion, even the Buddhist, they have some extremist in their religion. So in Buddhism, in Islam, in Hindu, in Jews or Christianism, everywhere there are some extremist group of people. So actually, it is not the task of only Muslim. It is the task for all the religions. Only the Muslim people cannot stop all this. Only the Hindu cannot stop all this.
And how have law enforcement agencies responded to incidents of violence against Hindus? Have there been adequate measures that have been taken to ensure justice for them?
To be very honest, both Bangladesh and India, the law enforcing agency, sometimes, most of the cases, not sometimes, most of the cases, they are failed. So in Bangladesh, yes, I will tell the law enforcing agency have been failed. Again, I will tell they have tried. It's not that they have not tried at all. They have tried, but there were more scope where they have been failed. Why? After the 5th August revolution, the country, the structure of law enforcing agency, government structure was actually kind of broken body, because just immediate after revolution, the government is formed, and government was not fully actually in a strong position to handle this kind of situation, and thereby in this toughest situation, police force or the law enforcing agency, they were not fully prepared.
Well, Muhammad Yunus has vowed to protect minorities, but so far he is yet to walk the talk. Why do you think he's turning a blind eye to these atrocities?
Dr. Yunus, actually, I have not seen any statement from Dr. Yunus that he desired or he provoked or he intended to have certain atrocities. Rather, I heard peaceful words from him. Yes, yeah, there is only one incident. What I can say that the day he arrived to Bangladesh, there was a statement given from Dr. Muhammad Yunus that about 7 sisters. I think you want to mean that maybe. So that may be a message to Indian government. I don't think that should be a threat. Rather, that's a message to Indian government that if you behave friendly with us, we will behave friendly with you.
Right. What would you say to those who argue that Bangladesh is failing in its secular ideals by not doing enough to protect its religious minorities?
Uh, I should say, rather, I do feel the current government, this is the right time, but rather, this is the right time from this current government, because this government is not politically biased, the government is not religiously biased. This is a neutral government. This government doesn't have any political or any religious attachment. It is neither representing any religious body nor representing any political party. So it's a neutral government, and this is the right opportunity to establish that the actually the rights for everybody. Rights means religious right, your political rights, all kind of rights you can establish. This is the right time, and we think we all internationally or locally, from every other corner, we should take this opportunity. And in Bangladesh, I think the minority group, they should not be afraid of. Rather, they should be quite optimistic.
All right. Appreciate you joining us on that note. We're also going to dip into a short break. We'll be back with more.